and then we will be crushing out today's show of New Comic Book Day.
Yeah.
It's exciting. And if you're new to this channel or this show, we are ComicGains! And if you're new to the show, I'm Adam.
I'm Zach, and this is Princess Royal Highness, looking very low today, just like usual, doing the Princess Wave. You do too, bow down in respect, and of course, there's a Cocoa Dog.
All right, guys. Today is Wednesday, and we got a pretty chill show for you today. Hopefully you guys wanted some chill. There is a New Comic Book Day, which was a mediocre day, but a couple of big giant books came out, or one big giant book came out this week that I'm really excited about, and I think the team is really excited about as well. Plus, we did get an Ultimates book, so the actual Ultimates, which is like, cool. What, issue number 6? 6. We had issue number 6. Getting like some music feedback.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Oh. Where are we getting music from?
I don't know. Probably downstairs.
Oh, okay. Yeah. A little calming music. Yeah, so we got Ultimates issue number 6, which we will do a full review. The whole team has read the book already. Mm-hmm. We're super excited about it. At least some of us are. Yeah. And yeah, a couple of big announcements for the weekend. But yeah, what do we got going on, Zach?
We're going to Grit City Comic Con.
Oh, yeah.
Really amazing.
Oh, yeah. And what's a good idea before you go to a con?
Have a drink.
Have a drink! So I apologize to you guys. I'm a little under the weather today, so if I sound a little scratchy or I cough, I apologize.
I'm just going to get some just iced tea. It's lemon ginger herbal tea, caffeine free.
Herbal.
Tea should always have
herbal
tea.
Or herbal?
Herbal. Of course. See, hopefully it's not caffeinated. Not caffeinated, carbonated.
You should always shake your teas.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's like kind of light. It's a very mediocre kind of taste.
Nice.
Yeah, not bad.
Right on. Cool. All right, guys. So let me say hi to some of our friends that made it in. I'm a little bit meted up, so if I'm off my game, like I said, I apologize. Steve Sayer is back in the house. How's it good to see you, Steve? We've been actually reading a lot of DC lately, so I missed you. But Princess here, no jeans this week. Andrew, the king of New Comic Book Day, is here. Good to see you as always. Nuktek, how's it going, Nuktek? Good to see you.
You know this.
Yeah, always good to see you. Mark the Cuddy Shark is back. Get your gains. He knows our original slogan. Zach was really good at saying get your gains.
Get your gains.
Yeah, really good. Thomas Caps, welcome in. Saying hi to Coco as well. We had a nice Coco show last weekend.
Yes.
You guys got to make it out. Milt is here. How you doing, Milt? Good to see you. Good to see you back. We got Han Solo shooting first. We got all of our whatnot friends and YouTube friends coming together to make a whole new comic family. Nelvis Collects. Welcome in, Nelvis. Good to see you as always. Kenneth Bird saying hi from Virginia. I'd rather be in Virginia.
Virginia.
Right?
Yes. That's a cool place.
Yeah.
I've never been. Kind of always wanted to go.
Would be cool. All right. So, trying to think if there's any other major updates going on. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, like Zach said, we do have a small con we're going to go to this weekend, Grit City. I think everyone's confused why they call it Grit. Is that another name for that city? Tacoma? Is that called Grit City?
Maybe they're trying to do play on True Grit, but they just wanted grit.
Yeah. But
this is just regular grit.
It's a medium-sized con. So they actually have it's a pretty big event center, so they get a pretty good floor. And it's a little more geared towards just comic books and less of that pop culture stuff that's kind of cool, but not sometimes, depending on what you're looking for. So it's pretty exciting. So hopefully we'll be able to go in and do some live filming, and then we'll be able to put out a, not necessarily live, but pickups and gains from the con, right? Get Larry Green, welcome in. Hey, U4, yeah, Coco is part, yeah, she's here. Good to recognize. All right, cool. So let's just jump right in the books.
Okay.
Jump right into the stuff we got going on. And we did end up missing a couple. So, or at least one. Something's Killing the Children 0 came out this week. And our shop was short that copy. Has some interesting covers, but it's kind of weird how they're now it's a prequel version of Something's Killing the Children, but I guess only one book because you can't really have 0 plus 1, right? So that has some good covers though.
Yeah, you can have a 0.1.
I guess you could if you're like gonna keep going with it, right? 0.1. But first up on the list, no particular order. I kind of mixed them up a little bit just to see how it's going. We got Blood Hunters issue number 4, and this has been an interesting book, to say the least. Thought it was kind of like a Miles front and center book with a bunch of girls around him, which it kind of has been, but it's sort of like the only main offshoot of Blood Hunt, like the Blood Hunt series. So you got Miles, you got Yelena Belova, you got Dagger, you got Hollow's Eve, and then you got trying to blank right now.
Yelena Belova?
No, that one. At the bottom.
Oh, wow.
Elsa Bloodstone. Elsa Bloodstone. The most so and they're just kind of like, it's sort of strange because they're picking up the scraps and fighting like these leftover characters. It's the Blood Coven, so like that group of vampires that were kind of messing up the Avengers. So they're fighting some pretty strong villains, and it's cool. Erica Schultz is writing this book. I think kind of a newer author, like at least for me, anyways. And then Campana is doing the artwork. Artwork looks good. They ended up the story where it seemed like they kind of got the upper hand on the Blood Coven, but Dagger was injured, and she's the only one who can like heal the vampires. Everyone else has to like kill them, but she can like take a vampire and heal them. And so like they're like, we need to get her to the hospital immediately, and the only person who can get there really quick is Miles. So Miles like, I'll take her there by myself, and the rest of the group is like, okay, well we'll let it ride. And then at the end of the story, they get attacked by the Blood Coven again. And so now it's just Miles and an injured Dagger by themselves with the Blood Coven. So we'll see how that turns out. The one part of the book I have kind of enjoyed is Hollow's Eve, who's right in the middle, front right there. And I don't know. She's growing on me a lot. Her ability to like put masks on and change, like she can put on like a mask that gives her wings, or she can put on a werewolf mask and turn into a werewolf, or all kinds of crazy. At one point, she gives Yelena Belova a mask to wear, and it turns her into another character. I think a wolf as well. And then she throws Elsa a Captain America mask, and she's like, "I'm not putting this on. I'm not putting on a Yank mask." And then like gives it back to her. But she's growing on me, dude. She's growing on me. Jeez. Hollow's Eve.
Yank.
Hollow's Eve. All right. Oh, Darth Lopez, welcome in. Oh, Kenneth Bird. There you go. Where am I?
I don't know.
You're here. We got the next issue of Saga. Issue number 70 came out. Fiona Staples, Brian K. Vaughan. This book's been coming out for a long time, but takes massive breaks in between. Oh, yeah. Same original creative group. Fiona Staples, beautiful cover. This book is just a fun, interesting read. There hasn't been anything really major since it came back. There was at the end of the before the big break, there was a huge reveal. Some major characters got killed. Major characters got killed. But since then, it's just been kind of them surviving and nothing too crazy. So this is the character Squire on the cover. He's the son of the TV-headed guy who's like was a main character from the beginning, and he's now been adopted by the family. And so yeah, it's just kind of like him and the girl Hazel have grown up. Now they're like teenagers, and they're dealing with like teenager stuff. And he's been adopted by her mom, so they all live together as this group of 3, and it kind of has that feeling where you're like, I'm the adopted sibling, and like she's the real sibling. So it's kind of weird how that it's interesting and very well written. The artwork is amazing, but if you know Saga, you know it. If you don't, you don't. Otherwise, it's like too difficult to explain.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Right?
That makes sense.
Yeah, Saga's so good. Fiona Staples is in your province in X City, Calgary. Awesome, dude. Matondo, how's it going? Jeff Coy, welcome in. Yeah, if you like, at one point I bought like the compendium and just read the whole thing through, and it's a pretty amazing story. So.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
One day Zach will read it. He loves TV-headed guys.
Yes, sure.
Right?
That's a thing.
TV head. Next up, we got
Matondo. Welcome in.
This is Venom War.
Hello.
Issue number 4, the variant edition.
Oh.
So this one kind of threw me off. It's a Clayton Crane cover of, I guess, Black Gooey. Is that the name of what they called the horse?
I guess.
I have not seen Venom, the new Venom movie, so I'm not sure. I know this horse is like from the movie. It's an awesome Clayton Crane cover. And this whole series is kind of like throwing me off a little bit because I wasn't going to read Venom War. I wasn't that interested in it. And then the first 3 issues were Scotty Young's that were really cool, all back to back. Then the 4th issue came out and there was no Scotty Young. And now I'm invested in the story, so I have to find like the next coolest cover to go along with it. So I went with this one. But this is written by Al Ewing, and the art is fantastic. I think it's Ebon did the art on this one, and if you're looking inside, the art's ridiculously good. So hopefully Marvel finds a way to get that dude on more projects because he's killing it. But it's still Venom versus Dylan Brock, and they're trying to decide who's going to end up with the symbiote, or Dylan versus Eddie, and who is going to end up with the Venom symbiote at the end. There's kind of like this underlying thing where Meredith and Carnage are in the background, and they're wheeling and dealing, decide like who's going to like take on the winner. And it's a decent story. Like I said, the artwork's really good. But the big thing, at the end of the series, they're going to reveal who the new Venom is and the new costume. So I'm not sure who it's going to be. If it's going to go, I would prefer it to go back to Eddie than Dylan, because Dylan hasn't been like super fun to read. He's okay sometimes. Yeah. I liked him better in the Donny Cates series than I like him in this one. He's a little more whiny, like, where's my dad?
Yeah, he's always in the shadow of his father.
Yeah, but now he doesn't have any special powers like he used to, you know? Like, there's no... So we'll see where that goes.
Yeah, it's been about that.
Ooh.
Maybe almost 6.
Oh, nice, Darth Lopez. Yeah, welcome in. Yeah, this is the ComicGains Wednesday review show where we go over new comic day and tell stories about what's going on in the industry. But welcome in. We've been, going on this for a while. Next up, we got Spider Society. These are just the books we picked up for this week's new comic book day. Spider Society, Enter the Spider-Verse, number 4. This is like Alex Segura. Not my favorite. I just kind of bought this because it was like a sort of a Spider-Verse type story. But there's this new group of spider characters are out in the web of life and destiny, dealing with their junk that they're dealing with. Artwork's okay for this book. But they had the Sinister Squadron who they fought against, and in the last book they revealed the leader of the Sinister Squadron is a Madam Web from an alternate universe, and the Madam Web is Aunt May. Surprise. Okay. And so like she's a little bit more powerful Madam Web than Julia Carpenter, I guess, because she can like control things a little more. So I think the story's wrapping up a little bit. There's a few of the spider characters that I do enjoy, but you know how it goes. The Canadian, what's up, man? What's up? I'm not recommending it though. I'm like hoping that story.
Thank you, Darth.
Right?
Yep.
I've got a big seminal issue. I didn't realize this was like extra thick, but this is Walking Dead Deluxe issue 100. What did point at? Oh, who did the mantle? Looks like an homage to Avengers 7. What's up, Geekpin? The first Illuminati. The last one? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit with different color. We got the Walking Dead Deluxe issue 100. A big oversized edition. Do you remember what this one's about, Zach?
It's first Negan.
Yeah. First Negan.
Yeah, and they it's like a not wraparound, but it's a connecting covers with the original issues, I think.
Yeah.
And they're pretty cool.
Yeah. Good. That's the I think a variant cover for the deluxe, but it's the real original cover. And then this is the Derek Hunter variant cover that went along with it. I'm surprised they didn't have him do more covers throughout the run. He does a little like 2-page comic book at the end of every book called Small Bites, which is cool. So after every book you read, there's a 2-page cartoon that this guy draws in this format, like this silly kind of format, and he like retells you what happens in his own format, where like basically people's heads are getting smashed in, and it's kind of goofy looking. So I like this cover; it's cool. There's also a preview for Science Dog inside, which I'm wondering if that was in the original one. That's like weird. Invincible Science Dog, you know? We'll see. Negan gonna be smashing some heads in though later.
Here's for Hire Comics Club. Welcome in.
Welcome in, guys. Welcome in.
Thank you. Have a good old time.
Milt's almost caught up. He's like 97. Okay, we're getting close. About to see the heads.
That's cool.
Heads get smushed.
Chronicling all the channels. There's a lot of good ones.
Oh, thank you.
The best, though.
Oh, they're chronicling all the channels? Nice. Sierra, welcome in. Shazam. Yeah, got my Shazam shirt on. We're talking DC today a little bit. We got X-Men issue number 7, Jed McKay, and then this one's also done by Diaz instead of Stegman this week as well. It was not Ariel Diaz, though, that from last week. I think this is the first time I've gotten cover A. I didn't see anything that I liked better, and so Stegman did this cover. Stegman's obviously awesome, but there was some stuff going around on social media that Brevoort, the editor, actually sketched out the cover ahead of time and then gave it to Stegman to copy. So some people were kind of like, that's a little strange, that like the editor would do that.
Chris, you're pulling a late night.
Morning.
Showing up.
2 a.m. in the UK. Welcome in, Chris. Welcome in. But X-Men, I think it has been solid. I know some people may not have liked it. I think it's been good so far. This one, Magneto's on the team, but he never really does anything with him. He kind of just like this dude that sits back at the base. So I think Magneto's going to be more involved in this book. But they introduced kind of who the villains are. There's this group called 3K, which Zach loves the name of that team. 3K, they are finding ways to turn humans into mutants, which I feel like that storylines may have been used before at some point, but they're like an adult form. And it's now figured out this connector to Cassandra Nova, who is cool. Professor X's like sister from the womb. I'm not sure if she's actually like a real person. I mean, in like, I think, is she from another dimension or something like that?
Yeah, someone did the finger snap and she's gone.
Maybe.
But still in another dimension.
But yeah, so the team is trying to figure out this mystery, like why are they creating these new mutants? How is this connected to them? And then all in the while, they're living in a base in Alaska, Merrill, Alaska, and there's something called the Iron Knight, which has to do with this giant sentinel that killed a bunch of people that's frozen in the snow. So I'm assuming the sentinel's gonna like come back to life at a certain point.
Okay.
Plus the facility they're living in is a old sentinel factory.
Okay.
Just by nature, it sounds
sounds
like something bad's gonna happen. What do we got going on here? Oh yeah, Andrew's saying he's like an X-Men solid book. And Ciro said, just picked up a Shazam Jim Lee foil cover today. Ooh, from 2005. Nice.
I wonder if it's the same ones as that
One Shot. What's up, man?
Superman and Wonder Woman foil covers that were very popular a couple years ago.
Oh, 2005, yeah.
Was it 2005?
All right. And we got a couple books left. I was a little disappointed our shop didn't get any of the cover A's for Superman, which I would rather have the cover A, the Sandoval cover. This one's not bad. It's the Jim Lee variant one, but I had to get something to read. Princess said she may try to look at her shop and hopefully they have cover A. Absolute Superman came out today, guys. We've all been waiting for this. Jason Aaron, and it's going to be drawn by Sandoval. It should be crazy. So I've already read Absolute Batman issue 1 and Absolute Wonder Woman, which were both really good. It's an alternate reality universe that was created with the magic of Darkseid. So there is an innate kind of like, not that everyone there is evil, but there's like no hope. Like that universe doesn't have the same hope that like the regular DC universe has. And it's weird to think of it that way. So the biggest thing that I haven't read this yet, so I'll read it and then I'll find out. But the biggest thing is Superman is not raised by the Kents, so he wasn't crash landed in Kansas, Smallville, and then raised by like a nice family. I'm not sure who raised him in this one. But the other big difference that Jason Aaron has said is in the DC continuity, Superman is like the hope. You know, like all things good will happen because like Superman is around. And like there's a bunch of stuff like with like the Legion of Superheroes and whatnot where like you can see into the future, like things are going to turn out all right. And Superman's there where like in this universe, Superman is not evil as far as I know. I haven't read it, but he's not the hope of all hopes. Just because like he's there doesn't mean everything's going to turn out all right. Where like the other one, like Superman could get into a tussle and like 9 times out of 10 he's going to win unless it's Doomsday. This universe, he may lose, like he may only win 1 time out of 10. If that makes sense.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So we'll see where that goes. This Jim Lee one's good. Jim Lee variant cover is good. I would prefer to have the regular cover. It is inside, right? Yeah, they got like double cover. If you really don't like it, rip off the other cover.
And it's like, cardboard. Okay.
Yeah. I think is the other book inside.
Wait, is that a new Batgirl series coming out, or is that like just saying, hey, but buy this? Oh, all in. Yeah.
Yeah, new Batgirl series.
Oh, that might be cool.
New Batgirl.
I
So
might like that.
I'm really excited, guys. I have not really read that much
Everyone
DC
wants to like
in my life, so I'm finding a good place to kick off and see how everything goes. So I'm pumped. I'm pumped.
Mhm. I'm excited too to hear about it
Yeah.
and things.
And things.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We got one more book, The Ultimates, issue number 6. This one is oh man, my brain just took a left turn. Camps. Dennis Camp and Frigeri. Yeah. Dennis Camp, written by Dennis Camp and Frigeri. Ooh, too much painkillers. Keeping me down. No. Ultimates, you guys. We've been reading every book. The team has come out. There's Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate X-Men, Ultimate Black Panther, and now the Ultimates. And we've read them together. Usually Zach reviews them. Sometimes if sometimes there's not enough time, I review them as well. But they've been really good so far. I think there's not that many good books going on in Marvel right now, but Ultimates is pretty darn good in comparison to some of the other stuff I've been reading.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Marvel, but this is maybe your shining light. Yeah, just a quick overview. If you want more info on the Ultimates, check out any of our other shows. We give a really good in-depth thing. But the maker, who is Reed Richards from the original Ultimate Universe from 2001, who's evil, created his own new world, screwed everything up, switched all the characters around, created an evil council, and then he got knocked out by Iron Lad, or Iron Lad's dad. And so he's out of commission for 18 months, and the team is trying to like take things out. So the Ultimates is basically like the Avengers, and yeah, we finally have the whole team together. So where are we going, Zach? The whole Avengers team is together.
So Tony Stark's giving a speech, aka Iron Lad, in front of the whole team, saying, "Hey, we're in front of this big door that says keep out and all that. It's a big, heavy-duty door, meant to keep out metahumans or whoever. And it's like we're on a mission, guys, to save prisoners held up until this day, superpowered prisoners, from execution that's going to happen on the following day, because the Makers Council is super nervous about the Ultimates and everything going on. So they're just like, hey, let's take some names off the board. Let's just take them out. So they're there to save them, right? And, that's the plan. They got the team, the full team as of right now is the Human Torch, Hawkeye, She-Hulk, America, Ant-Man, the Wasp, Captain America, Thor, and Sif. Pretty good team, pretty solid team.
Yeah, which I'm pretty sure the America Chavez is actually the America Chavez from our universe, is what I've been told. And then the Human Torch is Hammond, so the robot, the OG Human Torch, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, there's no real Fantastic Four in this universe, just remnants.
Yeah, I think they killed the other ones, right?
I don't think they even made them. I can't quite remember what happened.
Yeah.
But so Reed, becomes Doom, right? So he's Reed Doom right now. He's the only person that's on the Ultimates team that's not there. He's just hanging out in the spaceship, monitoring stuff, has a secret, all that kind of stuff. And they do like, okay, now the team's there. They go in and they're like, Ultimates assemble, and they go in and like, what the heck are we walking into?
I like that part. Ultimates assemble.
They just suddenly somehow showed up into this like ancient Chinese city. I'm assuming Chinese city or Buddha. Yeah, Kunlun. And you see Hulk, the Ultimate Hulk, sitting down, like, "Would you like some tea, everybody? I've been waiting for you." I'm like, what the heck? And of course, She-Hulk has some beef, so she makes a couple moves real quick to attack the Hulk, even though the team said stop it. Well, he easily brushes her aside, because he's not just the Ultimate Hulk. He's the Iron Fist Ultimate Hulk.
Yeah.
AKA Atomic Iron Fist. Or at least that's the punch they did. I think there might be a certain...
Yeah, it's like cool but strange at the same time. Like in this book, which they didn't do in any of the other Ultimates books, they like named all the attacks and the strength that they were doing. So I'm not sure why they changed that for this one. It didn't like bother me, but it was weird at the same time.
I kind of got like some Mortal Kombat kind of feel because every attack has a name. Perfect victory.
Yeah.
Snake attack. Snake attack. Eat your face.
And it tells you like
spit out the bones.
The power of the attack based on Hiroshima bombs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like this was 10 Hiroshimas.
Right.
Like, okay.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yeah, so they're like, oh crap, we've been ambushed. And they're like, let's get out of here. We're obviously trapped. It's like, you know what? We can't get there, so we gotta fight through it. It's like, oh, yes, let's fight.
And
let me bring my crew with me. I'm like, the crew's pacifists. Like shows like these, I think they're like gods or demigods. I don't really recognize them. They name them off. But then suddenly they start jabbing themselves with this like injection of gamma, probably radiation.
That makes sense.
Hulk's
gamma,
blood.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, and they start like bulking up, and then they finally name them off. Decay's beautiful daughter, Fat Cobra, Uranium Brother number 235, Prince of Meltdowns, Bride of 9 World Breakers, Crane, Mother of the Bomb, and their crew is called the Mortal Weapons of Hulk. Right? And apparently Hulk controls like the 9 realms, not the Thor 9 realms, but like the 9
it's like the 6
cities.
realms of heaven, or
it's 6.
6 realms of heaven. The only weird thing, and I don't know if you noticed this, doesn't that look like so he has all these characters that are like Hulk's team, and they look like the Street Fighter team, don't they?
Yeah.
Like that looks like Street Fighter.
Yeah, I think they're kind of like stealing the ideas from Street Fighter, and they're like, no, it's our ideas.
You know? He's like, just make each one of them look like a Street Fighter character. We're good. But
yes.
I was like, okay. Hulk's badass though, dude. Him with the Iron Fist hand and the calmness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very zen. He's like, with my one
Fat
with the world, I realize that the one belief that combines all the other martial art teaching is the rule of violence or strength, actually rule of strength. And now they start throwing down. And it's,
a little bit, Milt.
and it's pretty crazy. I mean, everybody's...
Oh, before we get too far, though, in this book, if you check what's the highlight of what's going to happen, is that possibly a main hero character could die. So when I was reading it, or you guys were reading it, that was in my mind, who's going to get killed. So...
Yeah, because the Ultimates are really well known to kill off major key figures. In the past one, the 2001
run.
The
original run, yeah.
The 2001 run. Well, they're all facing off against each other. Some of them doing pretty good against these super-powered, Hulk-infused people. Others,
the Street
not
Fighter
so much.
Team.
Tony, obviously, is going against the Hulk for some reason. I think Thor should be the person, but, whatever. And, Iron Man's getting his butt kicked. And
I think pretty much everybody was getting their butt kicked for the most part. They way were overpowered for most of them, right?
And while this is happening, yes, exactly. While this is happening, Doctor Doom is trying to search for them because obviously they were in the regular world, and then suddenly they're in one of the 6 cities, Kunlun.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, where'd they go? But I will find them. And as this is happening, Doom's like, they may run, but they can't hide. Not in any of the other realms. I'll find them. I could search for them in hell or this place or that place.
Oh, Milt said, no spoilers, please. I have to read it. Oh, yeah, I haven't read it. This one's really good, Milt.
It's a really good read.
Yeah. Maybe we'll leave who gets killed at the end.
Okay.
We'll leave that part out. We'll leave who gets killed out, Milt. For you.
All right. So, fighting's happening. One of the big scenes that we were thinking might happen is the Wasp gets eaten by one of the dudes there for some reason. He thought it was tasty.
Well, the strange thing is that's how Wasp dies in the original Ultimates.
Oh.
The Blob takes Wasp and bites her in half and eats her.
Yeah.
And it was everyone's oh my, all the outrage was that's crazy, that's ridiculous. Why would that ever happen? So when I was reading that, and was it King Cobra or Fat Cobra? He picks up Wasp and he just eats her.
He just swallows. He doesn't
doesn't chew her up, but he eats her. And I was like, oh my god, they're gonna kill her by eating her same way as before.
So obviously Hank is a little mad, so he turns into giant mad and starts trying to whoop this guy's butt.
Seven
And
weapons
it's
of
like,
heaven. Oh.
Fat Crow is like, I will still defeat you. And then you're like, wait a second, something's going on. Well, the Wasp isn't dead. She actually just goes regular size and pretty much blows this Fat Cobra apart. And
There's a lot of blood. I
pretty
was like, this
gruesome.
is like more bloody than the red band edition.
Yeah,
this
I'm
is a
like-
lot of blood. Like the guy's body just goes and like splits open, and she like grows out of like the inside of him.
And she's like,
What the
what the
I
heck?
feel like they did that in that recent like Invincible TV show where that he ate that girl and then she tried to grow inside of him, then he just goes and then like kept swallowing her back in or something, chewed her up.
Well, didn't they actually get out or did they die? I can't
I
remember.
think he ate her.
Right.
Hey Jimmy G, what's up? What's up?
Oh well. Well,
Maybe she came back. I don't know.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
So Doom's like, almost found you. Hopefully I can get you in time. And it shows more fighting. The Hulk is like crushing Iron Lad. But they're like, oh, see, you take a break, Iron Lad, and watch your team get demolished. And, as he was doing that, he gets tackled by She-Hulk. And they're like, I will teach you, pain, Hulk. And then like, oh, you didn't teach me anything. And takes her hand and snaps it. And there's blood everywhere.
Yeah, like it like catches her fist like that, and then you see his hand just crush it into nothing, like smash it, like or just a stump left. It's
Yeah.
like tons of blood. It's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want She-Hulk to get hurt, but
Yeah. And he grabs her by the hair and he's like, I'm gonna chop your head off with these hands
holding her head.
of immortal weapon. And suddenly Doom's thing flashes and they're all back, get transported to the ship, and Hulk's very mad. But everybody seems like, no, looks like everybody survived. But then it's like, no, we're too late. She-Hulk is like, someone died, and you have to read the book to.
Well, yeah, we'll save the ending for you guys if you guys want to read it, and then
Yeah.
But yeah, somebody, and it was a huge surprise. Because like when they come back, they're all like in their ultimate's place, and then somebody's like dead.
The ship.
Yeah, and they're like, oh my god, I can't believe so and so died. So crazy book.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's a really good read.
No, it was really good. Look at like even Zach was like, I think Princess was the only one that was like too much violence.
Never too much violence.
Sometimes I enjoy a good book with just a lot of dialogue though. But dude, Dennis Camp's killing it on the Ultimates. This one's like just awesome. What grade do you think you give this one?
I'd say a 4.2 out of 5. It's pretty good. There's some room to improve. I thought it was kind of strange at the beginning, but other than that, yeah, I think it was pretty solid.
Yeah, I give it like a 4.6. I like this one a lot. This one was pretty solid. I think Ultimates has been maybe the stronger book lately because they had that really good Captain America issue too that was like really, really good. Princess, what did you think? A flat 4. But yeah, I totally recommend it. If you guys haven't read this one, pick it up. See who gets killed. I'm like, where's the story gonna go now? Like after this, it's getting crazy. But dude, they didn't do nothing to Hulk. Like Hulk is still alive, totally fine. I'm scared of that guy. I mean, who else do they have? Is Peter gonna show up and fight him?
Yeah, Peter wins. I mean,
Peter.
Get
him, Peter. Like, get him.
I mean, there's only a few people that could probably take on the Hulk. It would be like that Imperial Gladiator, probably Gladiator from the Royal Guard for the Lilandra's Royal Guard, the Shi'ar.
Yeah. Oh yeah, name change said
person.
Yeah, the Ultimate Universe is a must read. Can't wait for Ultimate Wolverine. Yeah.
Abomination, I guess, would be a
Abomination would be good. Yeah, I got to see they're coming out with a Ultimate Universe issue. I think it's considered issue 1, but it'll be issue 2. So it's a like not a recap, but it's like a what's gonna happen in like since we've done 1 year. We've been reviewing this book for a whole year. So like 1 year has passed. And they're gonna have like this kickoff for us year 2, and they showed Nick Fury on the cover, and he's white Nick Fury, so they didn't go with Samuel L. Jackson Nick Fury, which was kind of disappointing because I liked him a lot. But if on the variant cover, you get to see Wolverine.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, there's definitely gonna be on. So I'm not sure which one to go with because the regular cover A is almost like an homage of Steranko with like the. Like that kind of fanned out black and white fan thing behind him, but then the variant covers have Wolverine on. So I'm pumped, dude. I'm super pumped. Might as well just read Ultimate and Absolute. Just forget everything else because those are gonna be, we're starting over from scratch. Eventually, comic books have to start over from scratch, right?
Yeah, the stories get too convoluted,
It's too much. It's like 60 plus years of stories wrapped up into like less than a decade.
Right?
I mean, Spider-Man's technically only been alive for like what, less than 10 years? I mean, not alive, but only has powers, right, for like 10 years.
Oh yeah, and
Like, what old is he supposed
lasted
to be? Like
60
25
years.
or 30?
Yeah,
Tops?
something
Yeah.
like that.
Only Hulk can beat Hulk. That's true, Bobby. Hulk. He's like Hulk. Yeah. Maybe, I mean, they already have She-Hulk, but what other Hulk could we get?
The Red Hulk.
Or Amadeus Joe.
Amadeus
Ultimate
Joe.
Amadeus. That's a good name.
Ultimate Amadeus.
Ultimate Amadeus. Rock me, Amadeus.
Yes.
And then he just punches him out. Duh! All right, guys. Don't forget, Princess will be on Whatnot this weekend at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come hang out with her. Should be an exciting show. Polls, some craziness. No polls this week? Oh, no polls this week. So come support Princess, though. Zach and I will be in the background kicking it. And yeah, I think it should be an exciting weekend. We get the con, we got all kinds of good stuff. And in the show a little early. I didn't think there was much else to do, but hopefully we will have some good footage for this Saturday to hang out with you guys. As always, do us a huge favor right now. Stop, hit the like button for the Princess. She loves it when you do that. Subscribe as always, guys. We appreciate when you do that. And leave a comment down below. Let us know this. I'm really excited about Absolute Superman Ultimate. The Ultimates has been amazing so far. We love the hearts. Zach, anything special before we go?
Oh yeah, sure. How you do that is you got to invest in yourself because that's the best investment you could ever make. And invest your time watching ComicGains. But that's a biased answer right there. Get those gains.
Yeah. Get those gains. Until we see you next time, guys. Stay safe and remember.
Get those gains.
Bye, guys.
Laters.